back here, episode of True Sons. We're gonna recap our Mizzou Bowl game, Music City Bowl out in Tennessee versus Iowa. Came away with the win, which was great to see. I think that defensive stand in was awesome. Let's get right into it, man. What did you see? What did you see, Mac, that you liked, that you think you should have done all year, or
No,
that you didn't like? What you got?
you trying to get me to say something.
Yeah, I want to hear it all.
Listen, the passing game, right? I loved it.
Okay.
I love Brady looked comfortable. It felt like the preparation came to light, right? Like whatever they
Mm-hmm.
prepared, however they prepared, man, came to light. He was willing and dealing, got a lot of guys involved. You saw Theo move inside into Luther's spot, and then you
Mm-hmm.
saw Marquise get a bigger opportunity outside. He made the best of it. Had over 100. Theo was well on his way to having a huge day before he went out. Um, man, it was great. Hit some plays downfield. It even could have been an even bigger day. Had a few kind of guys were on the same page. Had one or maybe two or three drops as well. But
Yeah.
um, I thought the pass game was phenomenal. And you know, there's a lot of speculation as to why. But I just thought it comes down to the preparation, man, and those guys getting on the same page. And also, I think this is the biggest reason, but I think the health of Brady, right? I think Brady was healthy. I think he's going and as healthy as he's been in a while, right? I think he was healthy as he's been in a while, and I think he went in, man, and it was the last game, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out. Literally gonna go out slinging this thing. So
And he did. I'm gonna come right now with contrary. I think the passing game was awesome, and the reason being was because now we have a chance to look at other receivers who have kind of been playing the background the entire year, and
hmm
not necessarily saying that Brady's job was to force the ball to Luther all season,
yep,
but I mean, you guys know offensive. If I have a scheme and he's option one, how much time do I have to get to my second and third if I have to always look at option one?
yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fair. That's fair.
Now even as a defense, I'm keen on Luther, right? So now if I'm Brady, I'm noticing they're keen. I'm not that okay. Luther's taking away. Go here, go here, go here. It's not enough time sometimes to do that.
Yep,
So now is Luther worth that type of attention? Without a doubt.
for
So I'm
sure.
not mad at it, but it's kind of bittersweet to see the offense open up when it's all said and done.
I think schematically, defensively, and Frank, you can attest to this. I think it's easier to double an inside receiver than it is an outside receiver. Because with an outside receiver,
Okay.
you got to dedicate a safety to him.
Hmm.
With an inside receiver, you can dedicate a safety. You can in and out him. You can have a
Hmm.
whole rat player where I'm playing heavy outside technique. It seemed like because I'm not saying I've been on record saying I think Theo's going to play on Sundays. Right, I
Man,
Easy.
really
Yeah.
do.
that's easy.
Um, but it looked like Theo got some more opportunities one on one inside more than maybe Luther would have had Luther been playing in that game. And I think that maybe opened things up a little bit
Yeah.
because it's easier for a pass game to go inside out than it is to go outside in. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Okay.
Mhm.
if
Okay.
inside out, if I'm getting more of a clear read inside out, all it is my guy beating that guy, or instead of my guy having to beat a bracket coverage, or my guy having to beat a dude on a corner on the out route with heavy outside technique, then
Hmm.
that maybe could have been it as well. Once again, that's hard to tell if you don't have the all 22 to see kind of every angle and see what's going on. But I think
Yeah.
that may be a reason as to why things were a little more, I would say, clear in the pass game.
Mhm.
Okay. So what you think?
Well, offense, it was nice to, see them open it up a little bit, see Brady not turn the ball over, really do a good job of, working the intermediate passing game. I still want to see those touchdowns over the top, when we're going deep, the guys that can flat out run, but sometimes the ball is just, it's tough to get it on the pinpoint those passes, but really like what
Hmm.
he did with his legs when he needed to as well. That was something that, I kind of called for during the season for him to be a little bit more, of a running style when you need it, and I thought he got us out of some trouble there. Took care of the ball, did a good job. The run game was kind of little rough yesterday, and I guess that's expected
Little
when you're
rough.
playing against a defense like Iowa. I mean, I think in like the last 33 games, if they scored 21 points, they won.
Yo,
And
I
they
was watching that game. I was so upset with how we defended the run.
yeah, that was tough for me,
It
and that
was
and me
nuts.
being a defensive guy.
Hmm.
Looking at that, it just kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth. But it's also good to see kind of like the guys who we depended on all year, the big names, the Johnny Walker, the Toriano Pride Juniors. Like these guys
Hmm.
stepped up and made plays when we needed. Johnny Walker having multiple sacks.
Yep.
Even though we didn't shut the run down like we wanted to, when they had to go to passing downs, we had an opportunity to move their QB off the spot. And I really saw a hit early on, man. We had a hit off the edge when he dropped the ball. The quarterback dropped the ball in the red zone,
Yeah. Yeah.
and one of
Yeah.
our
Hit him
guys
hard.
was going for the ball, but he hit him in the head. It looked like the quarterback was a little shook. But
He hit him
ultimately,
hard.
man, I hate to see a special team touchdown, Mac. Kind of look like you
Yeah,
back
yeah,
there,
that's
but I
tough.
know that
That's
kid
tough.
from Iowa is the best returner in the country
Yeah, he
from
can run it.
Yeah,
from what I saw. And
he's gonna return on Sundays for
yeah,
sure.
I could
Yeah,
see that. I could see that flat out. He was styling on us, man. But it was great to see us finish strong. I think the interception was very exceptional by Toriano Pride Jr. and that was
yeah,
one of
Hmm.
my favorite plays of
Great
the
pick.
game. So if you can go out of there get out of there with a win when you don't have some of your best players, I mean,
Yeah.
to get 10 is something that's special. And I woke up that day. I'm like, man, we got a game today because my birthday was the night before, so I kind of woke up in a little disarray. I'm like, we got a game today. I text
Yeah.
Drink.
Yeah.
I text Drink. I'm like, hey, it's a great day to go get 10. And I said, and don't sleep. Hey, I know we got the linebacker coach going to App State. Old
Hmm.
Spoon is out here now. Yeah, I let him know.
yeah.
He loved the message, and it was great to see them get the win, man. I'm just proud to be a Tiger because you can always
Yeah.
talk some noise, man. We handling up our business just like we
Yep.
should
10
have.
wins.
And when you look at the SEC, I mean, since '07, I think we got the most 10-win seasons. I know we haven't been in the SEC since '07, but
Yeah.
I think we have about 7 of them, and no
We
other
do.
school has more than us. So we gotta give our Tigers some love, man.
Yeah, we're doing a great job. So I got two things about that game. One, my senior year, we played against Iowa in the
Yep.
Insight Bowl. Took an L.
But yeah.
Yep.
So it was good to see us get back. And crazy, the games kind of look similar. We couldn't stop the run. They kind of had their way with us. You know what I mean? We made some plays defensively and offensively. And I think the determining factor was they had like a pick, like in return for a touchdown, like
Mm-hmm.
85 yards. Tyler Chaz, RIP, ran it back. So it
Oh
was
yeah.
kind of like a similar game as far as big plays. Another thing, Flag found out like a couple days ago. He came from my high school.
Oh,
Did not even know it.
which
Came
one?
from Notre.
We
Which
got
one?
2 of them.
Both of them, I believe.
They got to be kinfolk.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact,
they,
it was the safety flag that hit the QB and kind of
yeah,
made him. Yep.
So they both came from Notre.
I believe so.
That's wild.
I was texting the guy that he was like, "You know them?" I was like, "No, no, they came from high school." So it's a full circle moment of guys making plays, man, and coming back and getting the win
Mm-hmm.
versus Iowa. I didn't know Iowa was that good of a team. The record doesn't show. I mean, they were 8-4, I think it was 8-5
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
now, but they were kind of slept on, and I think they played good ball. You know what I mean? They were
I,
Yeah.
that was a evenly matched ball game in
They
my
got a great
opinion.
system there, man. France.
when I believe, I think it was I forget what coach it was, but they did an interview and he was like, "Listen, man, we just won 9 games. We got people upset, this, that, and the third." He said, "If this is what college football has come to, then I want out." Essentially, he
Mm,
said, "Man, I like we won 9 games. Like this is something to be proud of." So like you said, like it's so crazy that we don't even like being an 8-4 team, with a chance to get like that's not even celebrated anymore. So
no,
we're definitely in a time of college ball, man, that like really makes you go back and think about like, man, when we were in school,
yeah,
9, 10 wins, man. Hey,
that's a
like
great season.
that's a great
I
season.
think the playoff has something to do with that,
Yeah,
especially now that it's expanded. Now it's like, well, if you ain't top 12, like how good is your season, right?
yeah,
And two, if I have like you take the playoff away, now you have bowl games that are more important.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
The Cotton Bowl was a big deal. You had bowl
yeah,
games
yeah,
that
yeah.
were not BCS that were still something to watch. So now it's kind of watered down where you have like even Mizzou yesterday. You what 2 guys that sat out. I
Mhm.
don't know how many we lost to just the portal. Like you're not presenting a complete team,
Yeah.
but Iowa's a good team. I don't know who they didn't bring. You know what I mean?
But I think that's why you got to take those. That's also why you got to take those games with a like they matter. They really because they matter to us. Like that was a big deal for us. But like
Hmm.
you look at Michigan and Alabama today with with Alabama having so many guys in the portal. You look
Hmm.
at, you go look at what Cam Ward did in the Iowa State game, how he went
Don't
and
play
broke
that.
the record, and then set
And
out. But
then
here's the
Yeah.
deal.
shit, they lost.
I found out the coach agreed to it, but then hung him out to dry afterwards, which I don't think is kind of
Mm.
messed up.
What happened?
Yeah, he didn't defend him. So
But he knew
apparently,
prior to that.
apparently the agreement was, hey, we're gonna let you go in and break the record, and
Hmm.
then you're gonna sit at halftime. Well, that's what happened, and he caught a lot of heat for it. And I didn't see the interviews, but apparently the head coach didn't stand up for him, which is
Come
kind of
on,
messed up.
man. If he know he's
If
gonna
that's
do it,
true,
Now, usually
right, right, right.
that's normally like a position coach move in the NFL.
if the,
Like you, you like, man, hold on. He ain't looking at you. He ain't said he told you this, and the head coach,
Yeah.
man,
head coach dragging you. Your coach ain't gonna say nothing. That's wild that Cristobal would do that because I mean, you look at the success of Miami. And, I mean, they've been struggling for years, and to get Cam Ward in
Till he
there
got
was
here. Yeah,
that was
yeah.
one of those moves that he was the biggest free agent signing in college football. I mean,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah,
even
that's
even
wild.
them, they went 10-3 from a historic program that was competing for national
Yeah.
championships that went down to the dang near bottom
Mm-hmm.
to get back up in the double digit wins. Right,
Yeah,
that's a
And they
success.
sad.
But it's not in today's game
Mm-hmm.
because they
that's a good
they
point.
were yeah, they were supposed to be a playoff team and they lost to
Now
Georgia
they
Tech
were
and they
supposed to be a
lost.
playoff team,
You know what I mean? Like
and I think
I don't
what
know.
we all would have still liked to see them have a run.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm reseeding the playoff, Clemson. I went to that game. Clemson wasn't. They were never in control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looked like Texas was gonna beat them the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
SMU.
Yeah.
Let's move right on. First off,
Oh my gosh,
Well,
I'm
that game.
I'm so
can I say
glad.
can I say
Yeah,
something real quick?
go
Can I
ahead.
say
Go
something?
ahead. Yeah.
I believe that like college is different, right? College
Okay.
should be a different product than the National Football League.
Mhm.
I don't believe college playoffs should be played at home. I think once you get there,
But
it needs to go to a neutral site.
I,
You can't tell them boys from Dallas to go out there in 10-degree weather
bro,
when they may have, like, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, they might have still gotten beat, but like, that's that was a huge home field advantage.
Matt,
Tennessee, Ohio State, huge home field
crazy,
advantage.
bro. And one thing that bothers me about it is
Kev, come on, man.
the teams that got the buys, they don't even get a home game.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It's
you
this
giving
flaw.
people home games, like you know what I'm saying? Like you basically like picking who gonna be in that last eight, dang near. Because I mean, if you look at the road team, each team,
Hmm.
wet the bed. So I mean, the home teams crushed it.
Yeah.
So,
I,
but
I,
but but that's essentially how it was supposed to play out anyway,
but
right?
okay. But here's the deal. You want to give everybody an opportunity. That's why you did it
No,
the way
you
that you
don't.
did it. No, listen.
You do in the final four, yeah.
Ideally, that's what they made the 12-team playoff for. So if
Oh
that's how
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
do it, then there should not be home
Yeah.
games.
Or there
Like,
should be home games
and then
tonight.
listen, exactly. Listen, to play at Penn State and Ohio State, bro, that's 110,000 people.
You can't do it.
Bring your A
And
game, dog. Bring. Supposed to say pack your defense.
Hey, Kevin, you right, but man, anytime you go in that building, first of all, the
Yeah,
physicality. We already knew the physicality of
yeah,
Penn State
yeah.
versus, I was thinking,
SMU.
the athletes ain't doing nothing in that cold weather, right?
No,
Especially
they're
you're
not.
not doing nothing when you throw three picks in the first
yeah,
quarter, two that
Yeah,
go for six,
early.
and
Yeah,
each touchdown was off a turnover. So that just zaps you in a building like that.
yeah. It's a wrap.
and what's so crazy is I don't know how many people that Notre Dame holds. I think they're close to 100 as well. Am I tripping?
Yeah,
Probably.
they were
No, you're
sick
about
too.
right. Yeah.
Look at all the stadiums that these teams had to go to.
Bro,
Texas over 100, Ohio State over 100, Penn State over 100, and then
monuments.
like that's
Like
wild,
them
man.
places, bro. Like that was the best college game day I saw. Like just seeing those stadiums as the day was going
Yeah,
on when they showed those stadiums and they
yeah.
showed the
Man.
crews. I'm like, yo, this some wild
So I'll
stuff.
give you that. I'll give you that. So I guess you're saying you expected those teams to lose because home field advantage plays a part in it.
Well, yeah, and college is much different than the pros. We all know that. It's
Yeah.
it now. Is there such thing as home field advantage in the pros? Yes, there is. But
Yeah.
is it like on Saturdays? No, it's not.
No,
Nah,
no. It's different. It's different. I'm not sure why it's different. Maybe it's because of the size of the
it's a
stadium.
few
I don't know.
places.
Yeah.
It's a few places though where you just, hey, you go in there and have a
What
bad play. Good luck. Like y'all,
Yeah.
you
Well,
in the
well,
NFL too?
Lambeau one of them.
like you going to New
Yeah.
Orleans when Drew Brees was there and you ain't that
The
place
Superdome.
get. I'm like, man, it's the LSU crowd. What's going on in
Yeah.
here?
It get a little loud. It get
It's
a little
wild.
loud. So let's talk about some of the SEC matchups. So I've been all season. I'm like, hey, I want the SEC to represent and win all games. Tennessee didn't, but we discussed that they had to go to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
but now I'm looking at Alabama took an L today to a bad Michigan team, in my
South
opinion. Michigan,
South Carolina just took a L to Illinois
they
team.
lost.
They just
They
lost
did.
17-21.
So look, I will defend it for a second. I have said all season long that I think the Big Ten was the other conference that was tough.
Yeah.
It's out of I don't Big 12, get out of here. ACC was whack. But the Big Ten, with the exception of Indiana, I didn't like them.
Just relax, man. Indiana, that's a good football team, man.
Bro,
That's a good football team.
Matt,
So
Are they
hold on,
elite?
hold on.
They're not elite. That's
Are
a
they
good
playoff
but
football
Kev,
team.
worthy?
it goes back to the home field
Record
stuff.
wise,
They went
yes. Record
92
wise, yes.
yards. The dude from St. Louis, the running back, Love, he went
Uh,
98 yards, bro. That's going to zap any team, bro. A 100-yard
That's tough.
touchdown run? It's over with, bro. Indiana's
Plus the
not recovering.
defense. Indiana shouldn't have been where they were. And I think the whole country knew that. Indiana had
I'll s-
two.
I'll
They
say
played two ranked teams, and it
I'll
looked the
say this.
same in both games.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say this. The three SEC teams that I've seen, right, that had playoff like
Mhm.
hopes.
Okay.
Mizzou, South Carolina, Alabama, right? Ole Miss
Yeah.
is coming, right? They
Yeah.
play, I think, on Thursday.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
LSU might have, I don't know. But those
They
three
gonna win.
teams, right?
Hmm.
In all points of those games, we thought they all looked kind of uninterested in playing in those games.
Yeah.
Even our Tigers.
Yeah.
I think for Michigan, who came off like that was a huge deal for them. For Iowa to beat us, for Illinois to beat, that's a huge. So I think like the mentality may have been different. Now
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think like that plays a factor into it. Now I think Mizzou's different than the other two because getting to 10 was a really big deal for us,
Mhm.
Hmm.
right? Maybe also South Carolina as well. But I think,
Yeah.
man, Bama looked like a shell of themselves today.
Yeah.
They really look like they look like they did not want to be there at all.
I'm gonna give you a bold statement. We might need to do away with any of the bowl games outside of the 12 team playoff. What are we doing? Like I know the bowl game experience is awesome, and I want it's right. I want all kids to have it, but the product we're getting is just not. Outside of yesterday's game, and I didn't watch Louisville watching it, but I just the product. Even last year when we played Ohio State,
Mhm.
that was an ugly football game,
Yeah, it was one of
and
You
them.
Ohio
can't
State had to make it put a team together.
you can't you can't you can't do it because everybody who's FBS is fighting for the same thing. So you can't do it because realistically, not everybody who puts on the FBS, not everybody in FBS can ultimately achieve that goal. So those guys
Okay.
getting to 6 wins and get
Hmm.
into a bowl game, like that is keeping their program going, right?
And
That is putting money into the
Yeah,
that's good.
university. That is doing all, you know what I mean? So I don't think you can do
I
that.
can rock with you on that.
To me though, like I mean,
Yeah.
you can incentivize it in another way. You know, like the NIT and the NCAA tournament. Maybe we get the college football playoff thing right. We get more teams, and you have like a lesser tournament. You know, kind of have something else that the guys could play for. That could be a way, but you'd have to
Now,
expand the
You
playoff too.
could do that. You
now,
could do that.
but now let me ask you a question: Is it the next 12, or do you go get like the
Oh,
group fives? Do you go get the
yeah.
MAC, the Conference
Like
USA,
the winner from
the
each of those conferences.
American?
Yeah,
Do you do that?
I like
I think
that.
I like
I
this.
like that because we get a chance to see. You know, like it's more of a nation thing. You know, a national thing. That's what makes me feel good about it. When it
Yeah.
becomes regional, it's like because I mean I live in this region over here in SEC, man, and it's
Hmm.
we think that can't nobody touch us over here. You know, so
Yeah.
it's like
That's true. That's true.
I would love to see those schools because I watched Army play. They had the best dang quarterback they ever had. That Army man, and
Army beat
But
Oklahoma.
yes, but like
no Navy beat Oklahoma, and
Navy beat
Navy.
Oklahoma.
Army beat dang Army man the quarterback I
I
can't
didn't
think
see
of
the
Army
game.
Army beat
Navy beat
somebody.
Oklahoma.
who they beat.
Okay.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. You take away that bowl game, Navy never gets that opportunity, right?
That's a good
But
point.
here's the deal. Half of Oklahoma's teams in the portal. You got coaches leaving. You got people
They was running fake field goals against Navy. I say,
like
yeah, Venerables,
you see what I'm saying?
he feeling the heat.
Yeah.
Here's how you stop all that.
Yeah. What you got?
You just move the transfer window. You move it to
Oh, I'm
let
sorry.
let
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah.
here's the problem: is school starts right around mid-January. If the championship's being played January 20th, then you got to give those guys time to get into a new school at semester.
Yeah, you
So
do.
like,
And you got the quarter system at some schools.
so
It's interesting.
that's the problem right now.
So look, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. If you move the transfer portal back, which means you're shortening the window that guys get to make a decision, in my opinion, that's the risk you need to take. You're taking. You chose that. You want to
Who?
leave?
The guy,
Any
the
guy who
kid?
wants to transfer.
I'm okay with that, but you at least have to give him an opportunity to get to a place that makes sense. So right now, the Penn State quarterback, he hopped in the one we got.
Yeah,
He hopped in the portal because he had to. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You hop in the portal, then all of a sudden you wait to hop in the portal. Your team's in the playoffs, right?
yeah.
All of a sudden, all these quarterbacks start
Yeah, they're
going to
going. They're
schools.
going off the board.
Now
But
my
they can't leave either.
Ah,
Nobody can leave. The window changes. Let's say it's I don't know what's the cutoff. I don't know the dates. Like you said, how schools we can start. I don't know that, but the date is the date.
so should you be allowed to talk? It happens anyways. So then you need to open up a legal tampering period.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Let them come and do all the talking so you can kind of know where you're going. You can't leave until whatever that date is.
Can you take visits while you're still at school?
ooh,
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, but a better change is are the reason you're sitting out. If you're sitting out, you better be sitting out for the draft. You can't sit out because I'm transferring somewhere else.
I
Like
like
you got
that.
to find a way to make kids play in this game. The product is diminishing, that, and that's the coaches are still the same for the most part. The kids are leaving. You got to find a way to make them play. Now, I'm not a
But
fan of
okay,
like,
so let me ask you a question. These
yeah,
coaches get new jobs and they leave and don't coach in their bowl games
Not
sometimes.
all of them. Not all of them. No,
not
but
all
Not
of
yeah,
all
them.
not all of them.
yeah.
Some do though.
You're right. You're
Some
right.
do.
Bo didn't coach.
Barry Odom
Yeah,
left.
he didn't coach, but
He didn't
his
go.
crew was there.
You know what I mean? So like, and I'm not one to say, let's put the reins on
Hey,
players. Yeah,
you know why Bo didn't coach? Because we was gonna miss out on that portal window. He went and
He had to
got
go to work.
to work right
no,
away.
He had to
you
go
got
to
to go to
work.
work. You're right. You're right. You're right. But if the windows push back, does he still coaching that game before he leaves?
I don't know.
Mm.
I
I don't know.
mean, probably not. Because I mean, as a head coach, so this is my thing. Hold on, wait. This is why I think coaches can and players shouldn't. You have a lot to do as a head coach. If I'm in the portal and I leave in December,
It's just
I'm
me.
not going to get any work getting. I'm not going to
Mhm.
go play football with them. They're at home. It's a you know what I mean. The season's over. Everybody goes home in that period. You just want to be able to show up on January 12th, 6th, whatever your start date is. You didn't do anything. Nobody benefited from you leaving that fast. Coaches, you go, you're hitting the recruiting trail early. You're doing a lot of things.
how you
Make the
feel about
kids stay.
how do you feel about some teams allowing those kids who are in the portal to essentially stay until their season's done? Like so, Mizzou allows people to do that.
What do you mean?
Like they're in the portal,
Uh-huh.
but Mizzou still allows them to be a part of the program
They're at the
until
bowl
their
game.
season's done. They're at the bowl game.
Yeah, they want to look good on the sideline and get out, get that
I
trophy.
don't mind that.
You don't mind that? Okay.
Do they get a ring?
Oh, ease up, ease up.
Well,
No, brother. You got to
yeah.
play to get that ring.
No, they do get a ring.
That's what
If you in the listen, if you in the NBA and you get traded at the trade deadline, that team wins
That's
the
a
championship.
trade. You didn't leave. It's like saying, hey, I'm quitting,
but
y'all. I'm
hey,
out.
but now hey, they be forcing some trades now.
Oh yeah, they force you out of there.
Good
Listen,
point. Good
listen.
point.
Listen.
That
I
boy
got a couple.
Braun, that boy Braun
I've
working
had a
right
kid.
now, ain't he?
I had a
So they
kid get
say.
forced. I had a kid get forced out of the school. Hey, I think it's better off if you go eh, take yeah, which
That's
is
tough.
crazy, right?
And, and-
Kid ain't paying no money to go to school there.
and they force you out of there.
Force you out of there.
Man,
I mean, so I hadn't heard that was happening, but I had to assume that if I'm a coach, I'm going to the port and I got a guy, I need you to leave. I can only have so many players. So I get it. It's unfortunate, But that's what we are today, man. That's what we are
It's
today.
wild, man. And the access to everything, like when I get on Twitter or X, whatever it
Hmm.
is, like, man, it's like the how you see OnlyFans when everybody else links with the players in the portal and stuff. They dropping they same little link tree. And my highlight right here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody busting it open on there
See me? They see me.
trying to
I'm
get
out
that
here.
money, boy. It's a new
And I
world.
mean, it works because some players leave a school and go and have an awesome career somewhere else. It does work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just so vast, man.
Absolutely, man.
It's too
It's just
much.
It
scary.
I
So
didn't
go
I
ahead.
didn't it, real quick. It didn't open my eyes like the value of the portal until Jay got in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Listen, and Jay was at Mizzou. I,
Yep.
hey man, stick it out, head down, work, this, that, and the third.
Hmm.
Like, go do your thing. And it just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
So like his thing was, he said, Jay, I want to play. I get it, man. You go to college and you want to play ball, right?
Hmm.
Oh, so then, man, let's go play ball. Got him down in North Texas, did his thing, right? All that stuff. Got him back up to P4, doing this like so. Like I get it, right? I've been there, and he did it for the right reasons. Now
Hmm.
here's the deal: I wasn't there every day at Mizzou. I don't know what transpired. I don't know why things didn't work out for him there. But when he looked at me, bro, in tears, and was like, "Yo, I just want to play ball." Like, okay, like I
Yeah.
can't be
You
mad
can't
at you.
tell them.
You can feel
Right.
that.
Right.
I
Right.
can't be mad at you. You know what I mean? So like, it is like when people do it for the right reason, it's beneficial, man. Like it is. It
Mm-hmm.
just like my right reason don't got to be the same right reason as somebody else.
Hmm.
Like now
Hmm.
his right reason is, hey man, I got this family at home. My mama can't work. My pops is doing this. I got to go try to make as much bread as
Yeah.
possible.
My girl pregnant.
I can't knock that either.
That's true. That's
It's a lot.
true. Like I'm not for like you know putting reins on the players and controlling them in by any means. But
But I mean, that's how we was.
that's a good point.
We
And
couldn't
we
do
could just
nothing.
up and go. But we also couldn't make money. So like the benefit is only playing, which is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
The
But not in this landscape.
the ultimate goal right
Right.
now, like unless you take the quarterback at Vandy.
Pavia. Oh, coming back. Yeah.
That's why he ain't trying to go nowhere.
He doesn't have an NFL career. Let's just
No, he
call a
doesn't.
spade a spade. He's a great for a college program like Vanderbilt.
Yes, you
Man,
love him.
listen, go max out as much as you can right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
But Mac,
He'll never
what if
what's
he
up? Talk to me.
what if he tear that SEC up next year? Win that Heisman? Because I ain't gonna lie,
Maybe,
he kind of got
maybe.
some.
Listen. I don't want to put reins on him right now. But here's the
But
deal.
just
Like,
right now, what we think about him, yeah.
yeah,
He's
right.
he's
Like,
not it.
Mm-hmm.
he's
But
like so.
he's one of my favorite though. I don't know
Go
why.
go go make listen. Go make your money, young man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Now
good point.
now you can't be 28 playing against 18-year-olds.
They doing that, Mac.
I know that's the part I don't like.
He ain't gonna be doing that.
With Chris Winkie was 29. He went to go play baseball first at Florida State. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then he came. So some of
Yeah.
the guys do that, but then some of the guys just, like you said, in this portal, they just pop. They popping that thing for
Man.
everybody. The dude at
And
Miami,
now,
that boy,
bro,
29.
yeah, he finished nine seasons.
Nah. What's the cat
What's
from
up?
Oklahoma State
What?
decided to leave? He did 6 seasons, I think.
Uh,
He decided to
he
the
might have
draft.
he might have did 7.
Go.
But now you can go to JUCO for 2 years, still have 4 years eligibility. Let's say you come get hurt, you get that year back, man. That's
Hey,
7 right there.
you
Let's say they
27.
let's say they red search you 1 year. That's 8.
Hey, whoever got the biggest, portal fund, either just buy a JUCO, funnel all their players who they ain't got
Oh
scholarships
wow.
for right into the JUCO, go and
And just
develop
wait him
them 2
out.
year. Boom, they come in when they got them
Frank,
4 years. It's
Well, that's
Frank,
a
crazy.
that's
great idea.
Frank. That's what's gonna happen.
That,
Now,
That's a
now I got
really good idea.
now I got 20-year-old rookies who have played 2 years of college ball.
wow, bro.
Bro,
Ain't nobody getting no
that's actually
scholarship
a
out of
great
high school.
idea.
High school
I'm
No,
guys are
sorry,
done.
I'm
unless you
sorry,
unless you're a
20
five
year
star
old
Yeah,
20-year-old freshmen, not rookies. I'm sorry,
yeah.
freshmen.
freshman, yeah.
My bad.
Unless you like a top guy, you're not going to get me out of high school.
It's wild.
No, bro, it has absolutely destroyed high school recruiting. I gotta look at
Bad,
these
bro.
parents and be like, it really like I can think your kid, if you not the best of the best, right?
Hmm.
You going Division 1 AA, Division 2, or you going JUCO now.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I think it might be better in their best interest not to go JUCO, if you can get those 2 years back.
Right.
Exactly. But now, unless the JUCOs gonna start funneling money in there to make it more enticing, it's dog eat dog in them JUCOs. Y'all
Yeah,
know that.
boy. Woo.
Yeah, yeah, them cats stealing ramen noodles from each other. That's
Pig
bad. I
Brown,
heard.
Pig Brown,
Man, we seen it.
Castine,
True.
uh, True,
JG, uh,
JG, like
Paul
different.
Simpson. Yeah, yeah.
Them cats had different mentalities coming from where they come from. They didn't
Hmm.
come from out
That's
of high
true.
school like us. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
All right, hold on.
Devondre Campbell, Marcus Golden, they were roommates at Hutch. You know, and
Yeah,
I saw Dre when Dre walked off
Sheldon.
that field, like, like think about how I possibly be like, I'm gonna play till my leg fall off, but they're like in that JUCO world, they have to grow up so fast to where they making
Hmm.
mature decisions right away. Cause I felt like when he walked off the field, he probably was looking down the road because he
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
ain't trying to play no more ball, That's what I was thinking.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the JUCO, like my brother went to JUCO, he didn't make it out of there.
Hmm.
He was in trouble before he even got a chance, man. It's super tough.
It's hard. It's hard. But let's move on before we close it out, man. I want to talk about tonight's game, Penn State, Boise State, and then the 3 games tomorrow. Penn State, Boise State. I'm picking this because I want to see this. I need Penn State to come in there and handle business.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, dog. I want
K
Penn
Red want
State.
to crush all the small
I
guys.
thought I
Get
thought
him
K
out of
Rub
here.
I thought K Rub was on the Genty train, and
I
that's why I
love
thought
Genty.
Bro,
I
that's what it
love
was. Yeah.
Genty. And in fact, I'm surprised he didn't get more Heisman votes. But I don't want to see you and your team do anything against Penn
mhm.
State.
We are going to see if week 1 they play Oregon.
They
We're
played
going to
Oregon,
Yep.
see
lost by 3.
we're going we're going to see if that was a one off or is that the real deal tonight.
Yeah,
And I'm interested to see how the trenches how Boise handles the trenches.
That's the thing.
you don't put that
That's the
hand
thing.
down.
No, no.
He's talking about that boy said the trenches.
Because that's what I saw, and like a lot of these games. That's what I saw yesterday with Mizzou and Iowa. Like you're seeing, like it's a big disparity between, especially a Big Ten team in the trenches. They know for this. Come on, I think Boise State might be running the ball really well. They're good at that. But you're not about to sit up there and move these men from Penn State up front. These
my
men, dog.
my
Come on.
question is, if Boise cannot run the ball effectively, can they do enough in the pass game to be successful?
No.
That's where I think they take a big hit at because we know you're gonna get that ball to Ashton, right? So if
Yeah.
we
Yep.
can knock that out and make you beat us, I know we're gonna feel a lot better on that defensive side of the ball if we got somebody doing something they don't normally do. And this quarterback, I'm not really keen on him, but all he's done this year that's been the best move is hand that thing off. So if they can't do
Right.
that, Mac, I'm going Penn State if they can't
Yeah.
do that.
Now we don't normally talk about this on the show. Everybody's talking about James Franklin in the big games,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like, do is that something that we take into consideration, like, or what?
What was
He
SMU
did
ranked when they played?
like 8 or 9.
They were in the top 10.
No, they were
They were 11.
11.
Okay, so he's like 8-2.
Maybe
He's like
5.
two.
Okay.
He's 2-8 when in top tens, right? And so SMU's outside of the top 10. He got that win. This is definitely something that you got to think about, Mac. I think I might have mentioned it a little bit too because I'm not on the James Franklin train, except for the James Franklin that went to Mizzou. So shout out to him. But I really think this guy got to he has to come through, or Penn State gonna have to end up making making some moves on him pretty soon, in my opinion.
So I think because he did it against SMU, I think the team's going to show up. I don't think you're gonna come in and find some team that wasn't ready to go. Like if Boise gets him, that's because Boise just plays out of their mind. But the team showed up once. Now you showed up at home, but you showed up in a major way. That game wasn't even close. It was ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
So if that team shows up, I don't think the two teams should be on the same field at the same time, in my opinion.
Mm,
This is for me. I think this is the one of the more athletic Penn State teams that I've seen.
yep.
Right? They're
That's what I'm
normally
saying.
yeah. So like I think not only is the girth too much, I think
Uh-huh.
the athleticism is too much too.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen this out of Penn State. Like for a while, Penn State was very similar to the Iowas. We
Iowa,
got a
yeah.
tailback who's gonna run the ball and we're gonna hit you every now and then with a play. But Like this Penn State team, the tight
Well,
end, like they have players on this
okay,
team.
so now that you say that, Kevin, I guess we got to give Franklin his flowers for kind of changing that a little bit because the guys that are on
Yes,
2 feet, the guys that are on 2 feet, they're for sure on defense, though, in my mind, on defense. And
Yeah.
both of
they
the
got some
tailbacks are
guys over there.
special.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the guys on
Yes.
defense, like the one guy, he was off the ball linebacker last year, Abdul Hodge.
Uh-huh.
He was off the ball linebacker, Philly kid.
Like,
And then he went up,
bro,
moved to the front. Now he's a first round rusher, and he can drop back like Parsons, wearing that 11.
Yep.
I mean, then the outside linebackers that made the one guy had 2 interceptions last week, 1 pick 6. He's a walk
uh-huh.
on, number 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
you never rarely like put fast in the same like that's
No,
a
you don't.
They
fast
can run.
athletic football team.
They can
Yep.
run.
When we saw them, was it against USC where the tight end went crazy?
Yep.
He is amazing.
Yeah, no. First off, let me give him his flowers. That kid can play. He can play real good football.
Yep.
But I had never seen Penn State be able to beat somebody like that. Who
And
have they
that
ever
and
had
that
with
and
that
that
many
and
yards
that
receiving in the
quarterback
game?
Yeah,
that quarterback can
He
throw the
can
football.
he can throw the
he
football.
just
Can
said,
throw the football.
so, Corey Peters is scouting for the Jags, and that's his
Okay,
area, the Northeast. So I've been watching them kids. When I went up for Thanksgiving, I watched those kids. Man, that quarterback, he just told everybody he going back to school. He probably could come out right now.
that's why the
No,
Like,
he
backup had
would.
to leave.
Yeah,
heat,
he would. So
heat, bro.
He he. All right. So I said Penn State. Who y'all taking?
I'm taking
I
Penn
must
State.
take Penn State.
I'm
Penn State.
taking Penn State.
Okay,
I'm going to leave them little
Texas
schools alone.
Arizona State. I
Yeah.
think.
Back up, back up. Spool, you was wrong on like 6, 3, 3, 4.
Bro,
You was wrong on like every pick last week.
no. I picked Texas.
Huh?
Slowly roll. You was the one.
Okay,
You
You
my
was
pick
the
bad.
one
Texas?
saying
No.
Clemson was gonna win.
I changed the Texas. I changed the
You
Texas.
changed late, but you wanted.
I
You
changed
said
the
But
Texas
look,
at
Texas.
first.
I did. I changed the Texas. Okay.
I was for sure wrong. I had Indiana. I had Penn. I mean, I had Indiana. I had SMU, and then I went with Texas. And then what was the other one? What was the other game?
Uh,
I went. Did I go Tennessee or Ohio State?
Tennessee. You went
He
Ohio
said
State
Tennessee.
probably.
No, he said
No,
Tennessee. He said SEC.
I went
Yeah.
Tennessee. I went Tennessee.
I went with the
I went
SEC.
Ohio State.
I went with the SEC. I thought,
Okay.
yeah, but that weather, I didn't
Well,
take into account that, and also we beat Ohio State. I don't care who they put on the field. We beat them last year. But
there we go. There we go.
anyway, like it's tough to pick these teams, Matt, because I can't play. But
That is
Yeah.
true.
I can just give a take.
That is
I can
true.
just give a
That
take,
is true.
But man,
That
I'm
Yeah.
is
rocking
true.
with Penn State tonight, man.
Okay.
So Texas Arizona State. I'm gonna say this first. Texas might have the easiest road to the final.
Ooh,
If that Texas team that shows up that's capable of, yes. I'm gonna tell you right now though. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I believe that this Arizona State team is better than people think they are.
yeah, don't sleep.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They
No, they're
Listen.
not.
I think Texas A game and Arizona State's A game. I think it's a 17-point game, maybe 24-point game. I
Okay.
believe that if Texas doesn't play well, I think if I Arizona, what's the greatest drug in the history of sports? It's
Success.
belief. It's
Oh,
belief. Once you start believing, like bro, that's contagious, bro.
mm-hmm.
hold on.
Not only does that
Arizona.
coach go ahead.
Go ahead.
Not only does that coach believe, right? All them players believe, and they got a really good running back. They got a quarterback that is 11-1 this year,
Scatterboo.
right?
11-2.
I'm no, he's 11-1.
He didn't
Oh
play
yeah.
either.
I'm
He's
sorry.
11-1.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
I'm
doesn't
still taking
turn the
Texas.
ball over either.
I think this is the closest game of the weekend though, and I say that, and Ohio State plays Oregon. I think Ohio State is going to beat Oregon comfortably.
We ain't got. Wait, hold on. We ain't there
My bad,
yet.
my bad, my
Golly.
bad.
I
My fault.
I
My fault.
First off, this is my beef with Arizona State. You got losses to Cincinnati.
Mhm,
That's an ugly loss, and you lost to Texas Tech.
mhm.
You can't lose those two teams and be successful in the playoff.
that's not true.
Georgia lost
Who
to
did
Georgia.
who,
I mean, Texas lost to Georgia twice.
who did Georgia lose to?
Georgia lost to
Bama, Bama,
Kentucky.
and Bama, and Bama.
no, they
Just
they
saying.
won by 1 point versus Kentucky on the road.
Oh no, they lost to
They lost to who they lose to?
uh
I don't know. It doesn't matter because the
That's right.
losses
who
weren't
did they
That's
they
lose to?
right.
weren't Cincinnati
And and
and Texas Tech.
Kentucky beat Ole Miss. I'm sorry. I know I'm all over the place right now. My fault.
bro,
No, you good. It don't matter. They didn't lose to Cincinnati and Texas Tech.
I think this game gonna be close, man. I really think this
I,
game is gonna be close. I
I
think
think it's close
it's
too.
gonna if Texas I think Texas can probably win by 10 on like in a dogfight. but I don't think Texas is gonna roll them by three scores or nothing like that. I think Texas will
Okay.
win the game, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer. And if Scatterboo get going, he gonna look, man. You seen him? You seen his?
Hold on. Let me see.
Have you seen
I'm
his
trying to.
highlights?
I like Scatterboo.
Man,
I don't.
oh my goodness, Kevin. He got jump cuts
Come
that
on.
look like
Yo,
drill work.
you a tough critic, man.
Hey, his jump
I'm
cuts.
not. He's not trash, but he's not. He's not wowing me. Like
He
he's a good
he
tailback.
don't he's a you know what he is? He's a bring your lunch pail to work type guy.
And he can
And
I
it
catch.
love
doesn't.
him.
And he
And
catch.
We
look,
we
that
love those
guy.
guys.
We do, but that guy doesn't work when you're going against A1,
Hey,
D1 talent at
K Rut.
UT.
K
I'm
Rut.
sorry, it
K
doesn't
Rut.
work.
He got like 1,600 rushing yards and like
Yeah,
500
he does.
receiving yards. Like I'm just saying that's the reason why they in this situation. So I mean,
Look,
obviously Texas knows
He
that.
he should have been in New York.
I know.
He could have him and
Over
Cam Ward.
who?
Him and Cam Ward
Cam
possibly.
Moore, yes.
Shador.
Over who?
Shador too could have been there.
Who do you put Scotty? You can't put him over Genti. He doesn't go in for Travis Hunter. And now you're saying what's the guy out of Oregon, the quarterback?
But he's
All those wins?
that's just
No.
because they only take four. I mean, he literally could have been there though. I mean, you got the number one team in the country, which is Oregon, and we know that
What
guy
did
didn't have a chance to win, but he's there.
what did Cody Schrader rush for last year? They in a similar boat.
I,
He wasn't in New York.
but coach, that's what I'm gonna tell you about him. He's
13.
draftable.
They both are, right?
No, Cody didn't get
He
drafted.
said no, but I'm saying draftable.
No. This what I'm saying. He's elusive.
Okay.
You think he
Maybe
jump?
I gotta watch a little more.
You think he Mike Allstott? When you see him, watch
That's
how.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, wait till you see how he turn them hips, jump cuts,
Because you
takes
know
his
I was thinking
routes,
that you think he might
hands,
also.
and he's strong. He's really my
I
favorite
just
back. Really my
I
favorite
don't know
back in
how
college.
much
Okay.
Texas is what picked to win by 12 or 13 or 12 and a half.
Yeah,
I like all that.
You taking 12 and a half?
I would take 17 if they had that.
I ain't taking it.
Yeah,
Texas gonna Texas gonna bash
you are a
them. So
wild dude.
my
I'm
pick
not
is
taking it.
Texas. My pick is Texas. But I think it's gonna be a bad
Actually,
one too.
I think this is a close game. It's not the closest game of the weekend, but I think it's a close game. I'm
Yeah.
still taking Texas.
I got I got Texas.
I think Texas anywhere from 6 to 10
That's what I
they
like.
win.
That's what I like. But I think
All right.
Scatterbo can make a play to, one of them plays like Boise State made against
And
Oklahoma back in the
and
BCS.
and I think it's a high scoring game.
They
No,
they got it at under
Texas gonna score a lot
51
of
and a
points.
half.
Did you see the tailbacks from Texas last? Was that last week? Before last?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even think those tailbacks are their true strength of that team.
What Scatterbo is.
What
That's
is there?
they got a complete team. But I'm saying Arizona State can't stop UT. I just don't see it happening. You
I
lost to
don't.
Cincinnati.
I think when I say I think we talking 44-38 type score. I really do.
That's crazy.
Kevin,
I hear you.
Kevin,
Yeah.
how many times has Texas scored 40 this year? We talking like they just
I have no idea.
not a lot, bro. We talking like they just like they Mizzou, like they scoring 60 when we was
But
there.
you're right.
Bro, they got the
But
best defense
Texas,
in the country.
hold on. Exactly. Texas is stripping their defense. And Arizona
It
State
ain't
can't
about
stop
stopping
nobody.
Texas. It's about can you keep their defense on the field? And I think the style of play that Arizona State plays, hand it off,
Mhm.
and they not running no cute plays, bro. This dude, I'm telling you, bro, he gonna jump. You gonna see some jump cuts. You gonna be like, damn,
Look. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Here's
You
here's
two are making me interested in this game. Prior to that, I wouldn't even go
yeah.
watch this game.
Here's here's
he must see
Texas
TV to
has
me.
Texas has Texas has periods of games where they kind of like get. It's almost like they get bored, and they kind of like like it kind of like
It happened
and
with
like
Clemson.
yeah, and I'm just like I think against a team that already has that type of belief, like you haven't I watched that Arizona State Iowa State game
Me
really
too.
closely. Like they're better than people think they are. Or they Texas? No, I'm giving them the opportunity to play because what the stakes are, everything that's going around with the game. I think Texas is a better football team. I think Texas wins the game. I do think Texas has to battle this game to win this game.
Bro, it's Iowa State.
Who's
Scatterboo.
who's a
16
good
carries,
football team?
16 carries, 172 tugs in the Big 12 championship game.
It's Iowa State.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Iowa
Let's go.
State
Let's go to
probably
the
got
next
what
one.
they 10 and
Let's
3
go.
too.
Let's go to the next one.
They are. We'll go to the
Wait,
next one.
wait, wait,
So,
wait, wait, no. We all picked Texas, right?
Yeah, we all
yeah, go
pick
off this
Texas.
thing.
Okay, okay.
Ohio State, Oregon.
That's the tough one.
I'm taking Oregon and do it again.
Why is Ohio State favored?
because they should have won the first game, Mac. Let
Well, they should have, but
I think
Ohio
Ohio State
State
was what
also lost to
minus two
Michigan.
and a half. Ohio State was minus 2.5.
me see. Yep,
Yeah.
minus 2.5.
I
So
think
there's something to
I
be
think
said. Yeah.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think there's something to be said about having this much time off as from Oregon. Like you've been sitting back for a little while, and you're gonna come out fresh. And those teams, like, what's the head coach name, Oregon? I don't know if he's ever
Lanning.
had a he's I don't know if he's ever had a game he don't show up. They always show up.
Yeah, but not,
Oh,
I mean,
it's gonna be a great.
he came back to play Georgia.
Oh yeah, I forgot about I forgot about that. That was a
No,
mess.
but then they came back and played Georgia again and played them better. So
They show up, dog, and
Here, here's my thing.
Tez
yeah,
I
Johnson,
think when playing and clicking on every cylinder, Ohio State is the best team in college football. I
no,
think. Oh, yes, they are.
I don't trust the Q, but I get what you're saying. They deep.
No, Frank, pull the Q stats up.
I just said I don't trust him. I ain't say he ain't doing his thing.
Pull the stats up. Like, listen,
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna
let me
look
pull
at
him
him.
up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right
73,
now.
73%. They both got the matching. They got matching
3,100,
completion
I'm gonna tell
percentages.
you.
Both
I'm
of the
gonna tell you right
quarterbacks.
now.
You're right, Mac.
That passing game,
29 and 9.
that passing game with those two backs. I'm telling you right now. I like Ohio State. Man, I
Man,
think that first game down in Eugene, like you needed that to win in Eugene,
hmm
right? It's gonna be tough to beat them boys a second time. Could it be
this
a hell of a game? Absolutely. Ohio State, in my opinion, when playing how they're like I know this done all everybody's A game. Ohio State is the best team in college football.
No,
I feel you,
everybody's
Mac.
A game. I'm taking UT still. No, I'm taking Oregon. I'm taking Oregon in this game. That's my pick.
I'm going to Ohio
Will it
State.
be close? Oh, okay. So
I'm
who
going
you
to Ohio
got?
State.
Man, I'm going with Oregon. I'm gonna tell you why. I
There we
saw that.
go.
I saw that Tez Johnson tear up that Penn State secondary. And then the running backs just give him the ball, whoever it was. And Gabriel, he don't make no mistakes. He don't make no mistakes, man. That's really where I think it's gonna come down to
I think as good as Ohio State's passing game is, I think Ohio State beats up Oregon in this game in the trenches.
in the trenches.
I think those two
Nah,
running
bro.
backs. I think those two running backs have a day.
And then
Bro.
my thing is which two running backs because I think Oregon's two running backs could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, Dylan doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and that's going to be
He does.
paramount this game.
They kind of
Well,
cancel.
he's
They kind of go
how
cancel each other
ain't
out.
ain't Dylan like 26 too? How old is Dylan?
He a
Who
grown man.
who ran him off? Somebody, Caleb Williams or somebody ran him off from.
Yeah, from Oklahoma. Yeah.
I'm not. Let me stop playing around. I'm just saying. He's a 6 year guy too, right?
I believe
How
you're
old
right.
is he?
I think he
Hey,
might
well,
be a
hey,
6 year.
hey, put the time in, ready to win.
Yeah. All right.
Last one, Notre Dame, Georgia. I just don't think the Notre Dames of the world are ready for this stage. They weren't ready back when we were playing. I don't think they're ready now. Georgia, dog. Georgia has a unique ability to bully you,
Okay.
and whenever they play these kind of teams, they get real aggressive. Dog. They beat you up, and I think it'll happen again. What you got?
I think this is a different Notre Dame team. I think
Uh,
that listen, they they're really good defensively. They run the football, and they have a veteran quarterback that's a dude.
He
Now
got.
he's not he's not gonna throw for crazy amounts of yards,
He did
no,
at
he's
right?
Duke.
not.
But he's just a dude though. He's just a dude, and I think that's the type of mentality you need to beat a Georgia with a backup quarterback, Kevin. To beat Georgia with a backup quarterback.
I
Keep that
forgot
in
about
mind.
that.
Keep that in mind. So I think this one's tricky. This one's tricky. I
This
think
is tricky because of the
my
backup QB.
my heart is telling me Georgia, but
Yeah.
that Notre Dame team in the trenches is better than what we've seen them be before. That NIU, that is a one off. That loss to NIU is a one
Hmm
off,
For sure. But
right?
hey, if it could be a one-off versus Georgia with a backup quarterback too, because
Yeah.
I think Georgia's backup quarterback has a little bit more mobility than
Mhm.
Beck, and maybe
hmm
that's why Texas was caught off guard a little bit by that. Maybe that helped him in that game. But when I saw him take that hit and get up and then go win the game, I'm like, I like this cat. So I'm pulling for Georgia. I think Georgia is going to win the game.
Stockton.
But because they've always beat Notre Dame. They never lost to Notre Dame, and
They always handle them.
Notre Dame has been winning games by 30 points on their 11-game win streak. Come on, man. They flying high.
Hey,
They
They
it's
flying
a
flying
high.
first.
too
It's
high.
a first time for everything, though, right?
Nah, dog. Like in
I'm
my
going.
opinion.
Listen, I'm going Georgia too, but
Okay.
to see to see the St. Louis kids, to see the running back, see Love, see Gray go out and get a win,
They special though.
I would like to see that.
If it wasn't
So
for the
I
St.
think,
Louis kids, man, we need them
yeah,
guys at the zoo. Like they,
yeah. What's going on? How they get out of
sheesh.
state? But all right.
Mizzou, come get him.
So this is my thing with teams that can beat Georgia. I need that. You gotta have some crazy athletes to beat Georgia, and I just don't think Notre Dame has enough crazy athletes
I
to beat
think it's the
Georgia.
secondary. Like you saying, the athletes, you gotta put the athletes because
I
Georgia's secondary been
yeah,
beat up. So if you can get them down the field and you got that passing game a certain way, I think you can get
and
Georgia.
but Notre
But
Dame isn't built like that.
will
Yeah.
y'all agree though that this is the least scary Georgia's skill positions have been in a
Facts.
In
while?
in the past
So
5 years,
so
yeah, easy.
so if you gonna get them, what's the year to get them?
This would be
With
the
a
one.
Exactly.
backup quarterback. With a backup quarterback, right?
Yeah.
No,
But hey,
but what's his Leonard? He got 2,200 yards total passing.
but when
That's
we
not what
look,
they asked him to do.
but and I get that, Mac.
I
But
think
this,
that's the number one rush team in the nation, right?
it,
In Notre Dame, number one rush team in the nation.
yeah, they
And he
should be.
also has almost 800 rushing.
Yeah.
But look at this though. Georgia
Hmm.
will hit you.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
remember when
dog.
Manti Te'o and them was playing at Notre Dame versus Bama, Eddie Lacy was hitting folks. He was,
Man.
It's just a
But
different kind
listen
of
though,
physical that they haven't seen.
we all talked about them not. We knew that was gonna happen. This is
Yeah.
a different. This one's a different feel.
you're right.
I think that everybody left. You take out you take out Boise. I
Hmm.
think Arizona State. I think those other six, if things go well for them, I think they all have a shot at winning a national championship. And I say that because I saw Penn State go toe to toe with Oregon and score points.
Yeah.
They scored 40 points. So like even them, they have enough. So I think you take out Arizona State, you take out Boise. I think all the rest six, I think they all have a shot to win a national championship if things go right for them.
I want
And
to see.
going right, I mean, y'all know how it is. You got to play well. You got to stay healthy. You got to do all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to see that Boise defense, Mac. Now that you just mentioned some things about them, kind of make me think back on their games. They held UNLV to nothing almost. I think like the
Yeah.
whole
They
game.
did.
I want to see how
At
that
Boise, right?
hmm
And it was cold.
Which
I don't know.
hey, how you get your conference championship game at home now?
Yeah, what's the
What's
deal?
really going on?
Bro, that goes to show you right now, like how they gotta. If this is what you want to do, if you want to put conference champions in the playoffs, right?
Hmm.
Then make it like everything else.
Come
They
on,
all play at neutral sites, right?
bro. They
How
Hmm.
you listen to me? How you gonna play the conference championship game at a neutral site and then you play a playoff game at home?
We don't make the rules, man.
it's wild out here, man.
Oh,
This is the way to. You're still trying to help that 5, 6, 7, 8. You're trying to help them because it's like, well, we could have been 1 from 4, with the exception of Oregon. Nobody else went undefeated.
Yeah,
mhm.
So you have an argument to say number 5, number 6 could have been 4 and 3. So
I'm
let's give them a
okay.
bump.
you still
The only
punish. You
time
still punish them last 4 teams.
You should have played. Should have played better.
the only time that makes sense if listen, okay, you want to put the highest four conference championship teams in, cool. But like they don't have to be 1 through 4. You
Exactly. I'm
you
with you.
go 1 through 12, you go the best teams. And then
Yes.
if you want to give those guys home games, cool. I got no problem with that.
But so
If
that's what this week is going to show us whether or not
what?
this decision was good. Having Arizona State with a bye and having to see Texas after that, like that's going to show us in Boise State. We're looking for if those two teams get thrashed, which I'm hoping happens. Now you go and next year, like, all right, hold on. Conference championship is a good thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need like
one
look
through
at look
four.
at look at uh Clemson.
Yep.
They have been on the field with Texas?
I mean, Clemson had the toughest draw of the first round though.
Yeah, clearly.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
sucks to
And now,
suck.
and guess who has the toughest draw of the second round? It's
Arizona
Oregon.
State.
And that's why
No, it's Oregon. The
yeah.
toughest
No.
draw.
Well, you got to play
Like,
a team
but I'm
that
saying,
knows
okay,
you in your conference already. You
I'm
played it.
saying, okay, listen. Yes, they seem to be the most outmatched. But if
Yes.
you're the number one seed, right?
Yeah.
If you're the
You got to
number
play
one
You
Oregon.
seed,
need to be playing
You
Arizona
got to play
State
Ohio State.
yeah,
or
like
Boise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, it ain't
That's a good
right.
point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a
It
good
you
ain't
point.
shouldn't
right.
be seeing Ohio State. You know,
You
that's just
shouldn't.
how I feel.
You should not. Yeah, you might have to see Ohio State in the picture. Dang, you don't want to see them to get there. That's a good point.
No,
It's
But
wild.
does Arizona State should want to see Texas now either?
nah, you
Nah,
should.
they don't want to see Texas.
But they got
Of,
them.
of of the four teams, right? Like Texas, Penn State. Who else came in? Notre Dame. Honestly, the team that I want to probably see is Notre Dame out of all of them. Who else won? Who else won last week?
Um,
Uh,
Penn State, Notre Dame,
Texas,
Ohio State,
Ohio
and
State.
Texas.
Yeah, you probably want to see Notre Dame out of all those, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
That's
seven
tough to
seed.
say, but you're right.
It looked
But now Notre Dame gets a team without their starting quarterback. Like it's still Georgia,
Nice
but like
road.
yeah,
Nice
you
road
know.
to the finals.
So it's kind of it's just I'm interested. I'm locked
Yeah,
in.
I'm
yeah,
I'm about
locked
to
yeah,
go
in.
lock in
Hey,
right
I'm
now
gonna be
too.
locked
yeah.
in.
I'm gonna lock in too.
The game coming on soon. We got to get ready.
Yeah. All right, so look, it was good debating and talking. Once again, we'll do it again next week after all of my picks are right and some of y'all's are wrong. We can do it
No,
again.
I think we might be live tomorrow night after the games
Let's
or
go.
whenever we go live.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
we
Hey,
like
might be
it. We'll
live.
do it again tomorrow.
I'm with it. I go live tonight after this game if y'all up.
It's New Year's, but I can do it.
Happy New Year
All right,
then.
y'all. All right, man. Another good round.